Cameron didn't just walk into the courtroom, he walked in with a mission. With a smirk on his face and a folder full of receipts in his hand. He wasn't there for drama, he was there for justice. What followed was a moment that shook the very foundation of hip-hop's most iconic love story. Chrissy Lampkin, once seen as the loyal, ride-or-die partner of rapper Jim Jones, had her deepest secrets dragged out into the open. This wasn't just a court case, it was an unmasking. And as the truth spilled out under oath, Jim Jones sat frozen, watching the life he thought he built crumble piece by piece. Cameron's testimony was more than just shocking. It was explosive. He revealed that Chrissy had been running a quiet side business for years. But this wasn't a regular side hustle. According to the documents Cam brought to court, Chrissy had allegedly funneled large sums of money out of Jim's business ventures and into secret accounts. These weren't just savings for a rainy day. We're talking offshore accounts, luxury properties hidden under fake names, and consulting deals with companies that didn't even exist. Cam brought the receipts, wire transfers, tax documents, even signed contracts. One by one, the lies were exposed, and the silence in the courtroom said everything. Jim Jones didn't speak, he didn't yell, he didn't cry, but the look on his face said it all. Shock, betrayal, heartbreak. And then Cam did the unthinkable. He looked straight at Jim and said, "I told you she was playing you, but you chose her over everybody." That moment wasn't just personal, it was history-breaking in real time. Mama Jones, Jim's mother, had to be escorted out of the courtroom for causing a disruption. And honestly, who could blame her? The man she raised had just found out the woman he trusted most was stealing from right under his nose. To really understand the weight of this moment, we have to look back. Cameron and Jim Jones weren't just friends, they were brothers in the game. They built Dipset together. Their bond wasn't just music, it was blood. But when Chrissy entered the picture, things began to change. Cam's testimony didn't just paint Chrissy as someone who committed fraud, it painted her as a master, manipulator, the kind of person who knows how to play the long game, who knows exactly how to make herself look like the hero while pulling all the strings from behind the scenes. In the courtroom, Chrissy was called to the stand. She walked, with confidence, heels clicking on the floor, head held high. But under the surface, the pressure was mounting. She repeated her usual story, how she had been loyal to Jim, how she stood by him for decades. But when faced with the evidence, her only response was, "I don't recall," over and over again, until the prosecution brought out handwritten notes. Notes found in her apartment, notes that detailed how to move money through shell companies without alerting the IRS. One note even read, "Transfer through KG Holdings before audit. Avoid red flag." And when asked about it, she said the same thing. "I don't remember." But the court wasn't buying it. During cross-examination, the tone changed. The prosecutor went straight to the point, asking Chrissy about a $1.2 million condo deal in Miami and whether or not she recognized the signature on the loan documents. She denied everything. Until the prosecution dropped a bombshell, they had a notary who could confirm the signature was real. That moment cracked the courtroom wide open. Twitter exploded. Hashtags like "Don Chrissy lied" and "Don Free Jim" started trending within minutes. And then, just when things couldn't get any worse, a text thread surfaced. A private conversation between Chrissy and an entertainment lawyer. In the messages, Chrissy laughed about Jim's lack of financial awareness. She called herself the brains behind the throne. One text read, "He don't ask questions, just signs what I tell him to. If he ever finds out, I'll flip it on Cam. He still thinks I hate him." That one message changed everything. People who once believed in Chrissy now questioned her every move. Cam also revealed that Chrissy once approached him with a shady offer. She wanted to start a fake company in both of their names. The goal? To launder money without raising suspicion. Cam said no, and that was the moment their relationship officially fell apart. He kept it to himself all these years out of respect for Jim. But in that courtroom, Cam said it loud and clear. "I ain't covering for nobody no more." But the most heartbreaking moment came when court documents showed a $475,000 transfer from one of Jim's businesses to a private account in Chrissy's maiden name. That account disappeared days before the business went bankrupt. Chrissy said it was a loan. Cam said it was theft. And the evidence? It was leaning heavily toward Cam's side. When Jim saw the proof, he didn't say a word. But the way his hands clenched in his lap, the way he stared into space, it was clear he was in pain. Chrissy walked to the stand, gave her usual speech